Hello, and welcome to Maraxo's Reviews and How-Tos. My name is Brian. To many of my subscribers, this video may seem a bit odd. Most of the time I do computer-related stuff, but I'm just an all-around tech junkie and DIY guy, and this snowblower here from Ego is a pretty cool piece of tech if you ask me. I think that most people buy a snowblower to lessen that sense of dread that comes whenever a big snowstorm hits. I, on the other hand, bought this thing and was hoping that we'd get a good snowstorm just so that I could use it. I don't know if I'm just a weirdo or... yeah, that's probably it. But I like to think that it's just a cool piece of tech that I was just excited to use. Now, I feel that the majority of you watching this video already know a little bit about Ego and their products, but for those of you that may not be familiar with Ego, I'm going to give you a quick introduction. Ego is a manufacturer of some of the very best, if not the best, cordless electric yard tools available on the market today. And no, this video is not sponsored by Ego. I've purchased all my Ego tools with my own money. They make lawnmowers, chainsaws, string trimmers, leaf blowers, hedge trimmers, and of course, this snowblower. All their tools operate on the same 56-volt battery packs. They of course have batteries in varying capacities depending on the tool, but any one of their batteries can be used with any one of their tools. The main reason I purchased this snowblower is because I was already familiar with Ego's lawn tools and love them. I own a string trimmer from them as well as a leaf blower and plan to purchase one of their lawnmowers this coming spring. I love the fact that their tools offer performance similar to gas-powered tools, but are 100% electric. So you never have to mess with filling the tool with gas, which also means you never have to purchase gas for it. You never have to change the oil in the tools, there's no pull starting, and they all run far quieter than their gas-powered counterparts. Sure, you have to make sure you keep your batteries charged, but the batteries charge relatively quickly, so that's not a big deal in my opinion. Ego also offers a 5-year warranty on all of their tools, which earns them 2 big thumbs up from me. Okay, now for this snowblower. I imagine the number one question for those of you watching is just how well does it perform? I mean, that's what I wanted to know, so let's take it out for a spin, see how she does, and then come back for an overview of the unit and how it operates. Where I live, we usually get at least one good snowstorm every year, and when we finally got a good snowstorm, I was as giddy as a schoolgirl riding a unicorn in a pink ball gown sucking on a pixie stick. We had about 2 inches of snow on our driveway, and this snowblower plowed right through it with ease. Now, I've got to admit that I've never used a gas-powered snowblower before, so I can't fully attest to how it performs next to a gas-powered unit, but I can say my neighbor was out clearing his driveway at the same time using a gas-powered snowblower, and I think I was able to clear my 31-foot by 21.5-foot driveway in a similar amount of time to him. And we have similarly sized driveways. I was also able to clear the sidewalk in front of my house, which there's about 90 feet of, as well as help my neighbor across the street finish clearing her driveway and sidewalk, which she was trying to shovel by hand. All this took me about 40 minutes. I never lost power and the batteries didn't die, so I don't know how much longer they would have lasted, as when I put them on the charger, they showed they were around 25% charge. But seeing as there is not an exact battery level gauge of any kind, I really don't have any idea how much charge was actually left. They could have been at 30% or they could have been at 5%. I really don't know. Now, I know that clearing only a couple inches of snow isn't all that impressive, so I did shovel some snow up to around 11 inches tall just to see how this snowblower would handle it. And it handled it very well. The snow kept getting deeper too, since I was blowing the snow straight in front of me, but the Ego just kept charging right through it. I realize this isn't the same as having a driveway completely covered with that depth of snow to test it out on, but I feel the vast majority of people looking for a unit of this size aren't typically going to be dealing with snow of that kind of depth. People that live in areas with high snowfall, I'm sure will be looking for something much bigger and more powerful. This unit, I feel, is just right for me where I live and is going to work great for a good percentage of other people as well. This snowblower comes pretty much fully assembled. All you need to do is attach the chute and you're good to go. The handle comes in the folded down position, so all you have to do is fold it out, tighten down these knobs here, and then tighten down these latches. You will have to play around with how much to tighten the knobs, just so that the latches aren't so tight that you can't close them. One great thing about the handle being able to fold down is it allows the snowblower to take up much less space, making storing it much easier. My current gas-powered lawnmower you see here does not have a foldable handle and just takes up a lot of space in my garage. This snowblower comes with 2 of Ego's 5 amp hour batteries and 1 of their rapid chargers, and it takes about 45 minutes to charge a battery once it's been fully depleted. Installing and removing the batteries is very simple. To install the battery, you just need to line up the grooves in the battery housing with the corresponding rails in the battery compartment, and then push down until you hear the click. To remove a battery, you just press this green latch here, which will pop the battery loose, and you slide the battery out. My one complaint about this snowblower has to do with the battery compartment door. The rest of this machine is built from metal and some very heavy-duty plastic, but the battery door feels kind of cheap to me. It does its job, keeping the battery compartment clean and dry just fine, but when you're paying $600 for one of these, I just feel Ego should have used something that feels a little more durable than this seems like it is. The intake of the snowblower is made from 8-gauge steel, which has been powder-coated black, and the paddles are made from some pretty heavy-duty rubber, similar to what you'll find on most other snowblowers out there. The scraper on the bottom is made from plastic, but appears to be made from some pretty tough stuff. The scraper is replaceable, as I'm sure over time it's going to eventually wear out and need to be replaced. On the front of the snowblower, there are a pair of LED headlights. So if you're not able to get out until it's dark, or you're doing it early in the morning before work or something, you can turn on your lights and have at it. The switch for the lights is located at the back of the snowblower, near the battery compartment. Also located here is the battery level indicator. It lights up green to let you know you've got sufficient charge to run, and turns red as the battery nears full depletion. I'd really like to have a battery level gauge that tells you exactly how much charge is remaining, but we don't. So, yeah. The chute is adjustable to 5 different positions. Depending on how far you want to throw your snow, you can set it to blow straight out or nearly straight up in a much grander rooster tail type of effect. Or there are several other angles in between. Just squeeze this green handle and adjust it to your preferred angle. Changing the direction of the chute is super simple and is controlled by this lever here. You push the lever forward to turn it to the left and pull it back to turn it to the right. I feel Ego has implemented a pretty nice system here, as wherever you set the chute, that's where it stays until you move it again. You can easily operate it with one hand, and it makes changing directions a complete breeze. Opposite our chute control lever is the motor speed lever. This is useful depending on the type of snow you have. If you have dry, powdery snow, it's nice to be able to set it to a lower speed to keep from throwing powder in your face and everywhere else. And when you have wetter snow, then you can crank the speed up to throw it as far as possible. Eagle claims this guy has a throw distance of up to 35 feet. Last but not least, we have the, ignition of the snowblower. To turn it on, all you need to do is press this big green button and then pull this bar and you're off. This snowblower is only a single stage snowblower, so it is not self-propelled, but it is very lightweight, so I don't think you'll have any problems pushing it around. Speaking of which, I almost forgot to talk about the push handle. I really like the shape and feel of the handle. It's very comfortable to use. Initially, I was a little disappointed with the lack of any kind of height adjustment for the handle because I know Ego's lawnmowers have adjustable handle heights. So when I opened this thing up and found that it only had one handle position, I was kind of bummed. I'm 6'2", and as I'm standing here next to it with my hands on it, it feels a little low to me, but when I was using the snowblower, I never had a time where I felt the handle was too low. It actually felt like a perfect working height, so in the end, I guess I've got no complaints there. Overall, I have to say I'm very happy with my purchase. This snowblower fully meets my expectations when it comes to its performance. Once again, Ego has me looking forward to future opportunities to use one of their products. Yes, this snowblower is expensive when you compare it to single-stage gas-powered snowblowers the same size. You can easily get a gas-powered unit for much less than you're going to pay for this one. That being said, the reason that I chose this kit over a gas unit is because I wanted a snowblower that offers the performance of gas without having to use gas. I love that there's no gasoline, no oil, no pull starting, or any of the other hassles that come with gas-powered equipment. I love how quiet it is, how lightweight it is, and how easy it is to use. It's super simple to operate, it's powerful, it gets the job done, and I fully recommend it to anyone that's looking to buy this snowblower. Alright guys, that wraps it up. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and share it with your friends that may be in the market for a new snowblower as well. If you've got a question for me, please leave a comment in the comments section, and I'll do my best to answer any questions that you may have. If you're interested in checking out some more of my videos, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Once again, thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to hang out with me. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to chatting with you again in another video. We'll catch you later.